Hi, welcome back to using Scrivener for game design. This is the third part. Now, I just wanted to emphasize that Scrivener is not actually a game design tool. It's designed more for organization, writing, and whatnot. Its main function is to treat everything as a project based and not necessarily a document based. So, when I say using Scrivener for game design, I am referring to keeping all of your notes, documents, research files, and whatnot all in the same place. It is not designed for game making. That you'll have to do separately. The other thing I want to emphasize is on the scripting. I personally like to put the scripts in their own file because I think it's easier to keep track of them, but you don't have to do that. If for any reason you want to put all your scripts over into, let's say, your design journal, you can do that. And I believe this is something I haven't really done before, but I did a second ago, just as a test, I did a folder for plot scripts. I believe what you can do is slide all these over to your other, like that, since it's open. So if I go over here now to plot scripts, there they all are. See, so you can still technically do that. So if that's your thing, then cool. And I believe it saves all of the, yeah, see, even the metadata and all that transfers with it. So it's one way you can move stuff back and forth. It's pretty neat. So what I want to also do today, in this particular part, is I want to show you how to use Scrivener for writing. And Scrivener, or writing, is what Scrivener is really designed for. It's a writing, it's made for writers, not for designers. But you know, you can really use Scrivener for anything, which is why we're going through this. So I'm going to show you an example of using Scrivener in writing. So we'll do a new project, and we'll go. I'm going to use script writing, even though you can use fiction, nonfiction, but script writing is good because if you're making games, you might want to make cutscenes, and this is a great way to set up your files. So let's say we're going to do Hybrid Mystery Park, opening script. Okay, we'll create. So now we can use Scrivener to put our story together. Now I want to emphasize that when you use Scrivener's templates for writing, there is a section on different character types, settings, research, and whatnot. You'll want to go to your templates here, and you can see the new scene template. There should also be, I thought there was one on, well, if you do the novel version, you actually have a template for your characters and your settings. They give you a breakdown of things you might want to do for your characters. This screenwriting, I guess, does not have that. But if you want to create a scene for your character, you might do, let's see, we're going to go to, let's do, yeah, scene heading. That's right. So we're going to do like interior. And if you, did I do the, oh, you know what? I know the problem is I'm using the wrong script. Hold on. We're going to new project this. This one's not what I wanted. I wanted the screenplay. That's why it's looking so weird. All right, so Hybrid Mystery Park. Sometimes you get technical difficulties when you do things live. All right, I'll just create that. It probably doesn't matter. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with doing. I prefer the screenplay format, not whatever it was I was just looking at. All right, so we should still be in the scene heading. So if I do interior, what it's going to do, it's going to note, you know, your markings here. So I think if you go this corner, that's not, oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm in the wrong thing again. Scene, we'll call this chat at the park. Okay, so now it should be a scene heading. You'll notice a little marking here. So put interior. It gives you the option for interior. Actually, no, we're not going to do an interior. We'll do exterior because he's at the park. Exterior, hybrid, mystery park, day, Chet. Now he's a character, so we want to actually capitalize his name. Chet Armstrong. Now deposed as the Lemonade King of Hybrid City. Travels aimlessly through the land. We'll do title card. 1987. Summer. Fade in. I'm just screwing around. We can, fine tune it another time. Normally you'd want to fade in at top, but this is not a real screenplay. This is just something we're doing for the game. The sidewalk scrolls under on the type, under his feet, with his hands stuffed in his pocket. Chet begins to mutter to himself. Okay, and then we're going to go to character Chet Armstrong. I can't believe I lost it all. Money, girlfriend, status, dang you, buck star, and your lucky streak. Okay, Chet continues to walk until something to his left catches his eye. Okay, we'll go. I think you can tap to change character. Chet Armstrong. What's that? And then let's see. On entrance. Let's see. Fading into view, we see a gate. Beyond the gate is a park. Tab for character, Chad Armstrong. Whoa. Is that an undiscovered park I see before me? Uh-oh. Do I smell business opportunity? Okay, fade out. Okay, and then we might do another scene, so we'll add a new scene here, and we'll call this Chet in the Park. And you get the idea, and you just do another scene, interior or exterior. Hybrid, yeah. Mystery Park. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. You get the idea. So that's what Scrivener is. It's designed for writers. It's designed for designers, planners, whatever you are. You could probably use this, but the advantage of using this and for game design is it really does help you keep track of where everything is. So if I wanted to go back to the Mystery Park script, I could just check it and port my dialogue into text over in OHR. If you ever do the export text button, actually maybe we'll just try that real quick. We'll go to custom, let's just real quick, we'll load Hybrid Mystery Park. And then we're going to do text here, and we're going to export, done, and we'll do park example. Okay, so then we're going to open the park example text. And I want to show you how easy it is to... Alright, so we'll just copy box 6 here to box 7, and then obviously I don't want to do this whole thing, and go back to the script, and we'll just put this here because we don't need to do the whole thing. Copy, port it over here. Again here, whoops. Okay, so we'll just save it, and then we'll port it back in. Yes. And what do we call it? Park. What do I call it? Park example. Okay, and then if I go to box 7, there it is. So, you know, of course I probably want to give it a colon, but it's real simple. That's how Scrivener works. I'm not going to save this. The other thing you can do too is you can do this on your scripts, on your design journal, on your script, whatever. If you go into your corkboard, you can do what's called labeling. If you want to call it a, let's say, concept, you can label that, and then you can also, you know, we'll call it a first draft. So it labels things for you. There's a bunch of different things you can do to identify where you are in the process. So this is to do, so we know that this scene is not finished yet. This scene is in its first draft. On plot scripting, you might have the same concept. You can also do custom titles. So you might, for your plot scripts, call it the bugged version. You might have one called template. You might have one. You can do what you want with it, but it really is. It's very flexible in how you can use it to better your game design. So, if you are into writing journals, if you are into planning ahead, I do highly recommend using Scrivener. You have to go to the site is called literatureandlatte.com, and it's I think $40 for Windows and $45 for Mac, and the Mac is much further along than the Windows version because it originated on Mac. But it's, I mean, really reasonably priced compared to most of the other things you have out there. And then, as I said, everything is just a matter of copy and pasting into the actual scripting that you have, or the you know, if you want to do import and export for your text, if you export everything into Notepad, you'll be fine. But play around with it if you get it, and you know, just make your notes on what works and what doesn't. So it's all good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series, and until next time, thank you.